Mac willing to stand up and fight for the light heavyweight title on such short notice at the level that he's competing at. You just saw the last 9 opponents have been in the top 90 in the world or whatever it is. You know, this guy's been fighting the elite of the elite of the elite, and he's willing to risk it all. His reputation, his record, everything against Will Fleury on 12 days notice. That takes balls. You know, that shows the confidence that he carries and the self-belief that he has, and that natural knockout power and skill set is going to be put to the test tonight.
This will be our 80th title fight in Octagon history, and what a way to reach that landmark. Inside the cage, a man adopted by this city, by this country, Maxmud Murodov. Here he comes, the Irish Hurricane, the man that is Will fucking Fleury. An incredible rise, a resurrection of his career. He looked all but lost, he was ready to quit this sport. And then him and Octagon combined have created one of the greatest rises in European MMA. You look at his announcement into this promotion, that hit list he put out announcing the Will Fleury era. Then you look at the wins. DD's 4. That was the first one. Then he went on and knocked out the next opponent, went on to claim the light heavyweight title, then jumped in on short notice against Todev for the heavyweight belt. Defended that against Budai, defended it against Arash just 6 weeks ago. And when Spore dropped out, Andre Novotny said he made one call to Will. There was no discussion, there was no give me some time. He just said yes. Yes, this fight excites him. This is another fight where he can prove just how special he is.
And that's exactly what I do. Look at the confidence brimming from Will Fleury, the Will Fleury era. We are fully in, and the reception you just saw him get. And the amount of people I've spoken to over the last 3 or 4 weeks about this fight, or the fight that was meant to happen before, they're all Will Fleury fans. The Slovaks, the Czechs, they love him here. They love it. And the story that he's got going on now with Pudlova as well, and the documentary that we've had, and everything that's going on, he's gaining fan after fan after fan. The story mixed with the performances. Look at the performances, the knockout of Budai, the biggest man we've ever seen inside an octagon cage at heavyweight. This man keeps delivering, and that self-belief, backed up by the performances, now he has one of the toughest challenges he's ever faced in his life. We're going to see if he can convert that to victory.
That is our main event. These two will go toe-to-toe, 37 versus 36. Height and reach identical. They both weighed in under or on the 93 kilos limit. 17-3-1 versus 29-8-1. With the tip sport odds favouring the double champ, the pound-for-pound #1. Will Fleury, as we step in to our co-main event of the evening. Octagon gold on the line. What a backdrop for this fight. What a night. Set and ready we are.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for co-main event of this tournament. This is a light heavyweight title fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Our judges cage-side are Josef Louč, Jan Voborník and Vojtěch Novák, and the referee in charge of the action is Piotr Jaroš. Let me introduce you both fighters, and we will start in the blue corner. 36 years old, 190 centimeters tall, weighed in 92.8, represents MMA Ankos and MMA Monster. Coaches in his corner are Petr Kníže, Tomáš Holeček, Marek Tražinsky and Viktor Ševák. He has a professional record of 38 fights, 29 wins, 18 KOs, 3 submissions. Representing Nedora Cup team Tipsport and fighting out of Uzbekistan. Interim Octagon middleweight champion, Maxmud Murodov. across the cage, in the red corner, 37 years old, 190 centimeter tall, weighed in 93 kilos, represents SBG Ireland. Coaches in his corner are Liam Burke, Nerdius Gilbanus, Ron Pluck, and Tommy Martin. He has a professional record of 21 fights, 17 wins, 9 finishes. Representing Netherlands Cup team Octagon Fantasy, fighting out of Ireland. Heavyweight Octagon champion and undisputed light heavyweight Octagon champion. Pound for pound king of Octagon rankings, Will fucking Fleury!
Guys, you know the rules is in my comments. When it's stop, is stop. You can touch the gloves. Yep. Go back to the corner, waiting for my comments start, right?
We go. Will said there'll be no touch of gloves, full respect. But when we start the fight, we fight. This for light heavyweight gold. Maxmud Murodov in the blue corner, Will Fleury in the red. What a fight, Luke. The highest ranked fight we've ever had inside the Octagon cage. And this for one of the biggest belts in Europe. Southpaw versus Orthodox. And Fleury said it's about the range. If you let Murodov fight at his range, then he is dangerous. He is highly skilled and he is naturally gifted.
And has that knockout power.
18 knockouts on his record, Luke, at the highest level as well.
And you can see Fleury aware of that and maybe going to try and wear him out a little bit against the fence now.
And Fleury on the scales at the evening weigh-ins yesterday. Oh, whoa, whoa, there's a low blow.
It's good. Fight. Yeah, fight.
There was a little bit of confusion. Oof, low blow, totally unintentional. But that gives a little bit of an insight into what the game plan is, right, of Will Fleury. He wants to use that way, and I was going to say, and we'll see the cupping again. Not intentional, that came up the middle and just
right on the button. It's going to start
giving him the position. Giving him the position.
Hey, that same position. That's it. Wait, guys, waiting for my comment start. Right? Good position.
And off we go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Only one. Okay. Yeah. That's you ready?
Oh, and there we go. Murodov looking to deal with that hook. Will Fleury looking for the takedown.
He's going to look for the neck. Ooh,
no.
That was sneaky, but Fleury there now trying to use his size, like he said, up against the fence, bully him a little bit.
And I was like,
when he, like he said, when he has the distance and he moves so smooth and fast and has that knockout power. But now Murodov seems confident. Now he's felt Fleury up against the fence.
But Fleury on the scales in the evening was I think 7 kilos heavier than Maxmud Murodov. And that will be even more today. He needs to use that, and he's trying to. But Murodov trying to make space.
Yeah, the only advantage I'd see in this fight, Murodov maybe has speed, athleticism and speed.
That speed is there. That is a right hand. That is a rocket of a right hand.
Nice jab from Will, landed.
Murodov looking for the counter, looking for that overhand. Oh, big shot! Big shot! Will Fleury eats it. But he's tasted the power now.
Needs to establish that jab and needs to control the distance. Like he said, when he can get Mac on the back foot, he's not as dangerous. If he allows him like this to find and set up his shot. But now he's intimidating and pushing him back. Trying to create distance, trying to find his moment is Maxmud Murodov.
But now much more respect on the entry from Will Fleury, understandably as well. That speed, I think, will surprise him.
And that's what he does well, darting in. Yeah. Now looking to counter, looking to see Will come forward and counter him as he comes in.
I've got to say, one of the most underrated parts of the game of Murodov is the footwork. Watch the way he weaves. Absolutely beautiful balance. Completely.
They trade right hands, backhands. Now he's going to get an ankle pick, gets him down. Beautiful work from Fleury to get on top. Now he passes straight away into that half guard position. And
this is a real test for Murodov. Now he's carrying the weight.
Yeah, on his back, on the bottom. We don't see him here so often because he's so fluid and hard to catch, to get a hold of. Now he's fighting from the bottom furiously with some strikes.
Oh, Will Fleury.
Will just trying to settle him down and control him.
Oh, he's looking
Maybe
for that
going to look to set up that head and arm choke.
And that's one of Vermola's favourite chokes, so that'll be a little bit of salt in the wound for this journey of revenge that Murodov is on.
Manages to get some sort of guard back though, does Murodov, and passes it again back into the half. Good knee slice through here, regains. Great work from Murodov. Up against the fence here though, actually tougher to be in the guard than in half guard. Half guard's actually a better position if you're trying to stand back up to your feet because you get stacked. Look at
the way he's put his hips forward now.
Exactly, he needs to be careful he doesn't get caught in the ankles by Murodov. But Will, such a big, strong, powerful man on top here.
Imposing himself. And again, we've rarely, if ever, seen Murodov in trouble inside our cage. And this already is the most adversity he's faced.
Like I said up on the build-up to this, I feel like Murodov is a front runner when he's on the foot, putting the foot on the gas, coming forward, and he's in control of the fight. He is phenomenal, incredible. That putting him through these hard-earned bits. You know, this is where you can break a man.
Back to his feet. That didn't connect. The knee did not connect. The referee saw it. Used PT Orosh.
Back of the head, Fleury.
Now on top. Now on top.
I will say this is some pace they're fighting at, right?
Especially for light heavyweights.
For light heavyweights. Oh, back to the feet. Murodov trying to make a mark at the end of the...
After the bell.
After the bell, but the referee just couldn't hear it. He couldn't hear it. Huge shots, he dropped him. He charged it, he didn't hear the bell. That was not... But they were after the bell.
Oh, this will put a sour taste in the mouth if this goes...
This will be a crazy twist to an already wild tale of this fight coming together.
Trying to work out what happens. Only a minute to recover as well in the round end.
Yeah.
Dropped him right at the end of the round. It was Murodov who went wild.
Yeah, he went for the exchange.
They went crazy at each other and he got clipped with a hook. Dropped. And yes, Will landed after the bell, but he initiated the movement. He just fell down slowly. He initiated
and I will say, listen, you jump back to that replay, the crowd went crazy. I mean, it's hard to hear in here as it is, but in the cage, we'll see the final seconds here. Look,
man,
catches him with that. That's a big.
He's.
But now,
look, searching for himself. And look,
if the bell's gone, and he fires these shots down again.
I mean, it was.
Neither of them are dirty fighters. He looks ready again, shaking it off.
True professionals. They're back at it. Southpaw versus orthodox. Don't forget the speed of Murodov. He's been hurt. And that first round going to our champion.
Yeah, all three judges score it 10-9, 10-9, 10. Oh!
Whoa!
Oh! Murodov! Can he do it? The referee stopped it. Fleury was still fighting back, but coming back from that knockdown, dropping in, and taking the light heavyweight title from the pound-for-pound #1.
This place is going crazy. What just happened?
Wild. From the end of the first round to the start of the second, absolute madness.
Incredible stuff from Mac. Gets out of the cage, goes and finds his girl, and is bringing her back.
His new wife, we should say. Newly married, and bringing her in to enjoy the victory. What just happened, Luke?
Wow.
Respect between the two. Respect between the two. Will Fleury, a class act in victory and defeat. Wow.
He is stunned and in trouble. Another shot lands. A big shot lands here, just misses. And there's three. For me, he was grabbing hold. I mean, you could argue it was a little bit early, but this shot, look at it. Look at it.
That's his bread and butter. 19 knockouts, and unreal number in any promotion, in any combat sport, but to do it through his career, through Octagon into the UFC and back into Octagon.
Timed perfectly. Timed perfectly. And Fleury was fighting, he was fighting on autopilot, he kept going. You know, he was trying to grab a hold, but the referee did a fantastic job of trying to make sure he doesn't take any more damage. What a knockout, what a fight.